Say hello to my little friend here. He's gonna help you out, all right? So grab your friend or grab your mom and dad. So here's the thing. We're gonna be inside this mount situation. The arms are off to the side. We're gonna pick them up so that my knees can come up underneath the arms. And I know he's got a blue gi on, so it's kind of hard to see. But notice that his arms are sticking up right here, okay? The arms are up in the air here. My knee is right underneath here, just like this here, okay? So the arms are up. All right, they're not down to the side. They can't go down because my knees are holding the arms up here, okay? So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take one hand, put it down right here on the shoulder of the arm, okay? So this arm is up, this hand goes on the shoulder. This hand is gonna go under the arm like this here. I'm gonna take this knee and I'm gonna pick it up just like this here. And then I'm gonna pick up my other knee just like this here. And I'm gonna sit down. See how I'm just squatting down? Holding this arm here just like this. And then I'm gonna take this leg over the top here while I'm pushing down. I'm gonna come off and look what I have here. I have the arm, all right? I'm gonna come up, just up here. Go back to the mount again. Don't have to be real technical with that portion of it. The drill is just kind of setting up the arm bar. Then we're gonna go to the other side. So it's this arm now, okay? This hand goes on the shoulder. This hand goes underneath here. And then I'm gonna come up, slide my knee up. I'm gonna pick up my other knee like this here. And now I'm holding onto the arm and this leg goes over the top. Oh, and I'm up here just like this. And I have the arm here. We'll look at that from the side here. So we're here, just like this. See how the arms are up because my knees are forward. My knee is right here. This knee is right here. So the arms have to stay up, all right? So my knees are always in line with the shoulder. So make sure your kids got their knee right up by your shoulder, or kids or students, if you guys are doing this drill and you got your pillow man, make sure your knees are right up above the shoulders. I'm gonna go for this arm here on this side. So my hand goes on this shoulder right now. This hand goes over, and I just put my hands on top of each other for the drill, okay? And then I come in, pick my knee up, and now on this one, I'm gonna pick this knee up here, and then I'm gonna come off and to the side. Notice that I'm right here, all right? If you can grab the belt, that'd be cool too. All right, squeeze those knees. When I do an arm lock, I pull in, all right? So look, you're gonna do that on your own. I want you to do that minimum 10 times, 5 times each side, all right? For your upper belts, of course, make sure that you're doing this 20 times. Yellow belts and above, be good to do 30 of them, okay? And I know it's like, oh my gosh. Yes, all right, 30, so that'd be 15 each side. And we just come up here. We come up here and off, then we roll up here. We go to the other side, coming up and up, off to the side, coming back up, come back to the mount again, and come up and off to the side, here, all right? Just like that, working that back and forth, get busy. All right, great workout, guys. I know that we worked pretty hard today in the warm-up portion of things. So all my little warriors, my Inochi little warriors, you guys can actually just take a break now. You don't have to do the rest of this, the rest of these drills. These drills that are coming up next are a little bit more advanced. But you're more than welcome to watch and try anyway, all right? So Selma, Ethan, Owen, Giovanna, Levi, if you guys need to take a break, go ahead and take a break, not a problem. But if you want to challenge yourself, come on in, all right? See you in a little bit. All right, very good. Here we go. Listen, guys. Here's what's going to be happening. We're going to do just a couple of drills, and then we're going to end the drills with an arm bar, technical arm bar, how it's done, and how you can actually work that on the pillow or with your parents. So, first drill we're going to do, it's going to be just a standard guard pass like a Toreando where I come around, all right? If I'm holding the legs, I would come around here, and then I would drop and then come around, all right? And I want my knee to be able to be placed right where the belt is on this side here. So when I'm off to the side, I want my knee to come down, and I'm going to drop right here to the side. Notice I'm posting out with this leg here. My hand comes up here. Then from here, I'm going to come up, and I'm going to move to the other side. I'm going to step out with my right leg. My left leg comes around, and then I drop down, and I am posting on the side. Notice my knee is placed right on the where the belt is. My shin is on the hip, and my knee actually comes forward right into the middle into solar plex on this side. Same type situation, but it's almost like we're in the half guard, okay? I'm down here and I'm working, trying to get out of this half guard situation. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands down just on the hips, take a little step to the side, and then my leg is going to kick up and then come around to the side. I'm going to be again, drop my knee down, up here, put my hands down. I'm going to kick up and then drop into the side here, okay? We're going to do a drill now from knee on belly, okay? I'm going to walk around switching. A lot of times when I go down knee on belly, I have that pressure off here to the side, holding whatever the case might be. Remember, in knee on belly, my knee is across and it's really sitting actually in the middle of his chest, and my shin is on his hip on this side here. My toes are pointed out, so all my weight is sitting down on my frame. My leg is posted to the side. Toes aren't out here sideways, so it's pushing and holding my balance here. My knee's not on the mat. I don't have any pressure here. I need to be here. All right? Technically, I can have my head down, holding, gripping. I can come inside, all that stuff. All right? But we're going to start here. What's going to happen from here, a lot of times, this guy, if he was alive, he would push on my knee, and he'd escape this way, all right? And he'd push, trying to get my knee off of him, okay? So what's going to happen here is I'm going to take this leg when that happens, and I'm going to step all the way around, and then turn and knee on belly on this side here, all right? So I'm off to the side, my leg's posted. I step and turn, knee on belly. Step and turn. Step and turn. All right, we talked about the drills that we're going to actually do, okay? Some more drills. Here's the thing. We did some standing drills. We did the kick out pass. We came around with the Toriano with the knee slice, obviously with the knee pressure. We did our walk around off knee on belly. What we're going to do today is we're going to work on how to switch the base and be able to come around, okay? The deal on this is it's here. So if I'm here in side control, I can switch, of course, to Kazuri Keisakatami, hold the arm, and then I can come back, some kilos, then I can switch to Shiro, Kazuri Keisakatami, then I can, of course, go to the mount, where I do a technical mount, step over, and up. I can come off again. I can go and switch again. I can come in, Kazuri Keisakatami again. I can go into modified 2, put my hand over the top here. Switch my base again. Go to the mount. Come over. And scoot back so you can see. And guess what I'm set up for? Americana right there. So you can drill the Americana. So that's another little drill. Call that drill around the world, where you just actually flow inside control, switching your base. You can work this. And the hips are down. Remember, we do this thing all the time. Over here, we open, and we switch, and then we switch. It's a nice little drill. Solo drill, you can do that, of course, on your own too. But you take that, do the same thing here. We're inside, switch, switch, here, switch, come back around, over the top, switch, back, here, and you just flow with that, right? So that's just another thing that you can actually work on your own. Take about the next 30 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes, however many times you want to go. Count it off if you want to, but just really work how to be able to switch your base when you're on the ground. All right, the next drill. Just a lot of times in side control, what happens? He's going to push, he's going to hip escape and try to turn into me, okay? When this happens and they frame and they start to hip escape, all I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take this hand that was here and I'm going to bring it over the top. So my elbow comes and catches his arm on the outside here, and then I turn here, and then I turn and come around here. So they're going to turn into me here, right? So I take my elbow here, back step, and around. So we go here, and around. Then we go here, and around. Here, and around. All right, so you're gonna work that again. Go slow with it if you have to be able to work how to move those hips, and then just come around. You don't have to go super fast with it. There's no pressure. Nobody's in class. Nobody's watching you and saying, hey, you're doing a good job, bad job, whatever. That's awesome that you could take your time to work it right. So I don't have this guy working with me live, so he's not able to do this. So I'm not going to be able to get this motion. But if he's just laying there, I can actually take my hand and put it here and be able to turn and come around. Okay? I can take my arm, elbow, and back step here and come around. Again, elbow and back step with my hips down. I'm going around the head, and I bring this knee all the way through. And I'm back in side control. It's actually cool because if he did turn into me like this here, and I do take my elbow over to catch that arm, and I back step here, and then I come back around, see how he's turned sideways? That's what I'm trying to accomplish, is I end up in this position here, and then we have, of course, our standard choke where it's grab here under the arm and punch down to the mat posture of a pellet choke. So that's a good thing to practice as well. All right, another variation of when they turn into me, all right, is I come around here and I'm actually gonna push down on the back of their head here, just like this here. Instead of coming in and getting my elbow over, I'm gonna push down the back of the head and take my leg, drop my knee down, and then just turn here and back step. And now from here, I'm already on the other side, all right? So I push the head here, drop the knee, and back step. I'm back in side control. I'm gonna push the head, drop the knee, and back step. And then I'm gonna come back up again, side control. Remember, push the head on this side here, drop the knee, and then back step, all the way back around. So that's a nice little drill to be able to do as well. All right, be able to take some time, work that, take about maybe 20, 30 seconds to a minute. Let's go through it one more time. I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna come push the head, drop the knee here, and then back step, and I'm all the way back around on the other side. Switch your base back to side control again. Put the hand on the head here, knee comes over, drop the base, and back step. Again, switch your base back again. They've turned back inside on me here, so this arm is no longer here because they've framed already. So it's a little bit late, so I push the head, my knee comes up, drops, and then back step on this side here. Next drill, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be coming around, walking around, and when I walk around, I'm gonna actually switch my base. So I'm here like this here, and I'm gonna come around like this here to the head, and then I'm gonna do a back step here, where I drop, all the way down. Come up here, slide in, and back step. Come up, I'm gonna go sideways so you can see. So I'm around, and then back step. Come up, and back step. See how I'm coming around the arms, and I'm able to drop myself down into side control, all right? When I do my back step again, live toes. So I come up here, come up, I drop this knee over the arm, my hand comes underneath, and back step. And come up, drop down, and back step. It's almost like what we were doing before when they're turning in side control, but this is, if I have the legs and I'm passing the guard, they turn back into me here. While I'm trying to pass, I'm able to drop here and come around on the side. All right, so that's a nice little drill to get used to. Maybe even start from here and walk here, hands. So I'm pushing to the side, drop my knee, then down and back step. A little drill for you here. Come up over the top. I'm going to turn, and then I come back, and just a nice little way to get up to the S mount on that side. Okay? So fast mount from position number 1. All right, so we're here. I go 1 and 2. See, I push that arm underneath me, so I end up with it right here instead. All right, that way if I turn from here, I end up with an arm lock. So I'm pulling the arm, I step over, and as I come back, I push the arm and step up on top. On the other side, nice little drill on you on again. I come over, I push and step over, and now I have the arm here, and we got the arm lock there. Okay? Notice I'm sitting all the way up here. Just a drill. So we work through. Just like that, okay? Cool. So nice work, guys. Remember, we talked about doing 4 new drills. Don't forget about the other drills that we did, all right? We worked the standing Toriano with the knee on belly. We worked on knee on belly reversals. We also worked our kick out pass from the half guard drill. Then today we worked around the world side control. We also worked how to be able to spin around using the elbow when our friend turns into us, all right, and they're pushing, framing pretty hard. I'm able to come back around to the back side. Then we worked when I don't have the arm and they bring the hands in, I push the back of the head, put the knee around instead of the elbow, back step. And then we worked how to be able to go from side control position number 1 straight up into that S mount with an arm lock attack, all right? Nice little drills, just solo drills that you can do and work on your own and get used to them, because again, these things are going to help you because you're not thinking about it much anymore, right? They're just happening, they're moving, okay? Excellent job, guys. Technical arm lock, all right? If you do it correctly, it's hard to defend, but there's a lot of little steps and a lot of little details in this that if you miss one, it might not work. The great thing about this particular arm lock, though, is that when I do it, if I do miss something and I don't have it, I get to recover the mount pretty quick, okay? And so that's what's important about it, is that I don't lose the position. You have to understand, if you get off to the side in an arm lock and you lose that position, you're not going to be able to recover that and you're going to be in some trouble, right? You've lost control, the dominant position. All right, so we come inside. I pick up the arm, pull, squeeze my knee in, change my hands, here, grab, turn my thumb in, push on the lapel, squeeze even tighter. Pick up my knee, turn this foot out. Stay sitting down. Keep my posture up, chest against his elbow. My knee comes up in the air. Keep pushing down on this lapel. Step over the head, squeeze my knees, come back. Come here, squeeze again. Try to got the spurs, like a cowboy spurs. Inside, squeeze the knees, 2 hands to the wrist now. Hips up in the air. If they still haven't tapped, come. Grab the belt and still keeping the hips up. Here, you don't have to spin around like I did, all right? I'm just showing you where I'm grabbing on the belt, hips up in the air. All right? Nice. All right, next you're gonna see Professor Jaster, Zach coming out. They're gonna show you some really cool things, all right? And then we'll be right back.
Hello, Inochi MMA. This is Zach Jaster performing 3 techniques.
Hey, fellow teammates. Let's take it real slow. Let's try not to hurt our parents. We're going to be doing an arm bar, so no violent movements and we'll be good.
So all you got to do as the mom or the dad is you're going to lay on your back, offer up your arm to your kid for an arm bar, and then today's technique is going to be a defense to the arm bar. So what you got to do to defend is you're just going to grab wrist to wrist, and Zach's going to talk through how we're going to break this grip to finish the arm bar.
So what most kids will do, so first we have to get up really close because parents might be long, what most kids will do is they'll go for a arm bar, and they'll come right here, and they'll just pull, and they'll not be able to break it. So what we're gonna do first thing is we're gonna get our arm deep in, and we're gonna really get it into here, and we'll grab our own collar. We're gonna do this for the first 2 moves. So the second thing that we're gonna do in this move is we're gonna pop our parents' hands off, knees tight together, thumb up, and slowly bring it down, and just wait for them to tap. So remember, knees tight, and bring them down slowly. So the second move is really similar to what the first move was. We're gonna get our grip in deep. Then this time, we're gonna put our foot right in their elbow, like this. So once you get here, we're gonna push, and it'll break. So take it slow on this one, just because it's fast movement, and then take it slow down, like so. Third and final one is we're gonna need to really scoot in for this one. So you have to go all the way across. You have to grab your parent's elbow and pull in. So look at my dad's hands again on this one. You're gonna come in and pull, and they break. You're gonna get some room, some separation that you can use to get back out. Then you finish it again. So this is my dad, and thanks for watching.
Well, that was a pretty cool technique that Zach showed, how to be able to do the options on finishing the arm lock. Now remember, we drilled the technical arm lock all by ourselves. Zach was showing with Professor Jaster what happens sometimes when they interlock the hands together. Pay attention to the details, all right? And we're gonna show you how we can make this happen, just in case you weren't able to get mom and dad to work with you. So here we go, guys. Some of y'all were not able to talk your mom and dad into helping you out with this. They're like, arm bars, are you out of your mind? All right, kind of a deal. If you are working with your mom and dad, really important that you actually take time and do it correctly. You heard Zach say, don't hurt mom and dad, because a lot of things can happen, all right? If you go too hard, they can just sit on you, right? Maybe, I don't know, right? If you go too hard, they can ground you, especially take your Xbox away. They can send you to your room. All sorts of things, all right? So better be nice to mom and dad, right? But if you've not, for whatever reason, weren't able to talk mom and dad into doing this, or they're not around, or you don't have a partner to work with, we have our trusty pillow dummy with our jeans inside, all right? We're gonna take this guy here, and I'm gonna show you how to be able to work, to be able to get and emulate what Zach did with his dad. So we're gonna take the hair ties that we got, and pull them off, and we're gonna bring them together, and we're gonna hair tie these together. Go a couple times on this here. You don't need to put 3 times, just enough to give some resistance. So that way when we're actually doing what Zach was showing and we don't have a partner to work with, when I come inside here, I can push and be able to work and kind of get the same effect for what's happening, all right? When you're done, you take your hair tie. I know it's a little bit of a pain in the neck, but you can put it back together again, all right? If it's just too much, just do it 1 time. Just put it right over the top right there if there's too much resistance. Like I said, it's just enough to make that feel like somebody's resisting inside of this portion of things, so we can pop through things of that nature, okay? So we've got everything tied together here. Zach was showing when we came through, off the technical arm lock, we were here, when we came back, and they lock the arms. I'm holding, trying to get this. We're just gonna switch like Zach was showing, come way up inside, get the grip, and then from here, we're gonna take that pressure. He broke the grip off right here, and then boom, we pop back, and there it was, all right? You can also then come back if you're on by yourself again, take this off again, just like we showed in the close-up, put it back together again, wrap it around, Coming inside, grab it over. There you go, good. You can start, come through inside here, and then you can come back inside. Doesn't work, take your foot and boom, there it is. And then you come through, and then show the same thing again that Zach showed with Professor Jaster. See how it just takes a little bit extra time just to put this back on again. Not a big deal though. Got a lot of time to work with and drill this technique. Coming inside again, we'll switch, come inside, and then he showed pulling the elbow inside to get that little extra space to come up to the wrist, and then be able to break free. And now look, now Zach's actually going to show you again, one more time, really close detail. Pay attention to those details. If you're working with mom and dad, you guys be careful with each other, and this is a great opportunity to be able to talk to your child, to be able to help them out. Let them know when it feels and how it feels. If you're by yourself, no big deal. You're going to be working this too. You guys have fun.
What we're going to do first thing is we're going to get our arm deep in, and we're going to really get it into here. And we'll grab our own collar. We're going to do this for the first 2 moves. So the second thing that we're going to do in this move is we're going to pop our parents' hands off. Knees tight together, thumb up, and slowly bring it down, and just wait for them to tap. So remember, knees tight, and bring them down slowly. So the second move is really similar to what the first move was. We're gonna get our grip in deep. Then this time, we're gonna put our foot right in their elbow, like this. So once you get here, we're going to push, and it'll break. So take it slow on this one, just because it's fast movement, and then take it slow down, like so. Third and final one is we're going to need to really squeeze in for this one, so you have to go all the way across. You have to grab your parent's elbow and pull in. So look at my dad's hands again on this one. You're going to come in and pull, and they break. You're going to get some room, some separation that you can use to get back out. Then you finish it again.
Very nice detail. Thank you, Professor Jaster and Zach, working that with us. And I want you to take a few moments, drill that as many times as mom and dad can tolerate, or as many times as you can, to be able to get comfortable with it. If you're working with a partner, you don't have to worry about it because they're not going to complain at all as far as your dummy partner goes. All right, but make sure you guys drill it enough to get comfortable with how to work that and make it smooth. And then we'll be right back. So I have the backpack. You're going to hear Professor Jaster talking about that when Zach and Tori are on the screen. And then, let's say I came out here and I have the seatbelt on this side over here. You're going to hear Professor Jaster talk about this position as well, all right? And then you're going to see Tori come out with Zach. She's going to come around and come over here, and then choke, 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 tap, 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 tap. All right? And that's the way that's going to work. They're going to talk about the details of the Monte Leon, all right? The next person you're going to see, of course, is Zach and Tori. You're going to hear Professor Jaster talking about all this stuff here, and then I'll be back.
Today we're going to be working on a variation of the rear naked choke that parents, played by Zach, can do with their kids, played by Tori. So we're going to go ahead and move right into this choke sequence. The first thing Tori's going to do is establish what's called the seatbelt position. The seatbelt position is a control position that happens when one kid takes another kid's back. One of the variations that doesn't work on this is if you grab both arms around the neck. That doesn't really work because Zach could spin, get out from underneath. And another variation that doesn't work as well as both hands under the armpit. This is a good control position, but it would not be effective because there's not a ton of submissions from right here. So we do one called the seatbelt. So Tori, go ahead and hit your seatbelt. What would normally happen here if Tori squeezed a little bit is Zach would grab the danger arm, and the danger arm is the arm that's going around his neck. So a little clever trick that Tori can do is she can move her seatbelt way over and squeeze a little bit. And when she squeezes, Zach feels threatened and he's gonna inadvertently grab the wrong arm. You see how he's grabbing the arm that's underneath his armpit? That's not the danger arm, but that's the arm that we've talked him into grabbing. As soon as he grabs, Tori's going to let go, slice across his neck, and she can create a little pressure by hiding her hand around her own head and neck, and she can squeeze from there and potentially get the tap. If Zach's really tough, as soon as she squeezes right there, he's going to let go of the other arm. Now, one variation right here that we don't want to do is, Tori, just do, yep. So a lot of times, beginners do their rear naked choke like this. That's a problem because you can inadvertently put yourself in a position where you could get arm barred. So what Tori's going to do is when Zach grabs the danger arm, she's going to hide her choking arm, come through. She's going to drive deep around the corner with both hands. You can see Zach's face is already getting red. Go ahead and give a tiny little squeeze, Tori. And there's the tap. Okay, so one more time in real speed. Tori, get your seatbelt. Hide your hands. Boom, Zach grabs the wrong hand. You slice across. It's already tight. Come in. And there's the finish.
That was a really cool variation. There's a lot of cool details in there. Now listen, you can go back and rewind it as many times as you want, but here's the thing. I can actually edit it and I can actually put them in again after this. All right, pay attention to all the little details. There's a lot of really nice little setups in there, things that were different than what we normally do. So there's some, as far as the basics and fundamentals, so a lot of really cool tips in there. So one more time, here they are.
So Tori, go ahead and hit your seatbelt. What would normally happen here if Tori squeezed a little bit is Zach would grab the danger arm, and the danger arm is the arm that's going around his neck. So a little clever trick that Tori can do is she can move her seatbelt way over and squeeze a little bit. And when she squeezes, Zach feels threatened and he's going to inadvertently grab the wrong arm. You see how he's grabbing the arm that's underneath his armpit? That's not the danger arm, but that's the arm that we've talked him into grabbing. As soon as he grabs, Tori's going to let go, slice across his neck, and she can create a little pressure by hiding her hand around her own head and neck, and she can squeeze from there and potentially get the tap. If Zach's really tough, as soon as she squeezes right there, he's going to let go of the other arm. Now, one variation right here that we don't want to do is, Tori, just do, yep. So a lot of times, beginners do their rear naked choke like this. That's a problem because you can inadvertently put yourself in a position where you could get arm barred. So what Tori's going to do is when Zach grabs the danger arm, she's going to hide her choking arm, come through. She's going to drive deep around the corner with both hands. You can see Zach's face is already getting red. Go ahead and give a tiny little squeeze, Tori. And there's the tap. Okay, so one more time in real speed. Tori, get your seatbelt. Hide your hands. Boom, Zach grabs the wrong hand. You slice across. It's already tight. Come in. And there's the finish.
Man, did you see Zach's face? Tori was really putting that choke on. It was really nice. It was good. Really tight choke. A lot of good little details in there. Hey, take a few moments. Drill that with your pillow. Drill it with your partner. Drill it with your parents. Whoever you got to work with. And then make sure that you guys really focus on those details, doing them correctly. And then we'll be right back.
Nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that review and are going to be able to practice that over the weekend. And not just the weekend, but again, let me remind you that these drills, all these solo drills that we've done the last, I think, 4 weeks now, that we have been able to do these things at home, working with stuff that you have. Remember, I always tell you, Josiah, all the teachers, Professor Ma, every teacher, every instructor I've ever had, and myself included to you, is I want to remind you, it is important, just like in school. This is an academy. It's not a gym that you just come in and work out and spar and throw each other around, hit each other, and armbar each other. This is an academy. You are learning actual technique with a lot of history, a lot of details, a lot of technical data, a lot of general information and knowledge. It's an academy. You're learning about life skills, how to be able to live life on purpose and never quit, and being a whole and healthy individual. All the things that come with this, the things that help us in every area of our life. This is an academy. So you need to, just like at school, you go home and you do your homework and you practice. Very important that you do the same thing here. And so the last 4 weeks, we have shown you things that you can do with everyday household items that everybody has in their house, all right? And that stuff that you can do by yourself. We've been, of course, working the technique this week, but you don't necessarily have to have a partner. And it's been awesome that mom and dad have been with you, or your training partners. Some of you guys have brothers and sisters you train with. That is awesome, very nice, and I'm happy for you. But a lot of us don't have that opportunity and don't have those people around to be able to work with, okay? So the deal is that you can do this all on your own. Everything that we've done for the last 4 weeks, you can do on your own at home. And if you can imagine trying to take all the information that we've packed into these videos for you in our Google class to be able to try to make this happen at home, on your own, you could be very, 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 very busy, because not only would you be doing those things at home on your own, you'd be going to class and learning new things and interacting and sparring and rolling and all those types of things and application. The application side is very, very important. That is why we're not going to take and try to run this and make this an online thing and sign up tomorrow and you're going to get online classes and you'll get your black belt online. That's been proven to not be very effective for a very long time. That used to happen all the time. People would be able to pay upwards of $3,000, $4,000 to get their black belt online, and they buy all the programs and they get the belt mailed to them, and then they find out they can't make it work because they actually were not able to come in and have an instructor look at them and watch them and live interaction. You got to have that, okay? And so yeah, eventually we're going to be back on the mats. Hopefully coming up in May, we'll be back on the mats again. But the great thing that we've been doing over this time is that we've been able to really work and be able to drill and do things that you should be doing all the time. And guess what? We can go another 3 months, and I will promise you, I will have material for you that's new, that's fresh, that you can practice on your own at home, stuff that we should be doing at home anyway, and you'll still be learning, all right? But again, it's more effective to be back on the mats. And that's what we're hoping for, that we'll be back on the mats pretty soon. But just be okay knowing that I can cover this thing for the next 3 months, and you're going to be learning, you're going to be sore, you're going to be working out, you're going to be in shape, you're going to be gaining knowledge, technical knowledge, all that kind of good stuff. I don't want it to go that long. Do you? No way. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing you back on the mats, and if I can't see you on the mat soon, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday for our Zoom class, all right? Stay encouraged, work hard. Be diligent, be proactive. Make sure you're doing your schoolwork, all you kids, all right? It counts now. Make sure you're being respectful to mom and dad, helping out around the house, learning new crafts, learning new trades. Challenge yourself to grow beyond where you're at. Be above average. That way you can be an above average person. Do something extraordinary so you can be extraordinary. And don't forget to live life on purpose and never quit.